In order to explore more onto the JDBC User Details Manager, we need a database where we can store our user details. So once we store those user details, we can make code changes inside our application such a way where we are leveraging JDBC User Details Manager to validate the user's presence inside database during authentication process. For that, you are free to create a database anywhere, either in your cloud or in a local mission, so that we can give those data source credentials details of MySQL into a Spring Boot application configuration. So in this scenario, I have choose AWS to create a free tier MySQL database since it is more than enough for our application. So I'll show you how to create a database in the AWS and how to configure the same into a Spring Boot application as a database server. For that, first go to the awsamazon.com. If you already have an account, try to go and click on AWS Management Console. If it asks credentials, please enter. Otherwise, if you don't have account in AWS, you can always create an account. And I'm assuring you, whatever we do in this course is completely free tier, and we never select a database which will charge some money to your credit card. So I'm just going to my account and clicking Management Console. Here I'm entering my credentials. Suppose that once you are onto the AWS Management Console, search for the RDS service, which is Managed Relational Database Service. So I can click Create Database. Here, I'll go with an option of Easy Create, since it's the most fastest way of creating a database. And you'll also have an option of selecting the database server type, whether you want to go with Oracle, MySQL, or Postgres. But here in this scenario, I will select MySQL. And here you have three instance type. One is production ready instance, and other one is which you can use for lower environments like development, testing environment. But for this course, we should be good with the free tier instance. I'm selecting that, and database instance identifier is the name inside your AWS account. I'm just giving some database instance identifier name. You're free to give whatever name you want, provided by master username. So you can have an username whatever you want. So in this scenario, I'm just giving username as admin, followed by you have to provide your master username password. I'm just giving the password that I want for my admin username. Please make sure you are remembering these credentials because they are very important later on when we try to connect to the application or any MySQL client application. Post entering password details, I am good with whatever view default settings provided by AWS. Once you verified everything, you can click on create database, which will create a database in your AWS console. So now I have a database created, which is of the name database2, which I just now created. Usually it will take 10 to 15 minutes to create a new database, but you can wait till it shows available and you keep on refreshing the same to see what is the latest status. Once your database is available, select the specific database and click on Modify. The reason that we want to modify is by default your database will not be open to public network. So if you want to access this database through your code which is present inside your computer or laptop, you have to make sure whatever database that you have created is open to public access. For the same, just scroll down where you can see additional connectivity configuration. Here I have already changed the public accessible, that's why it is there. But for you, if you are doing this for the first time, by default the option not publicly accessible is selected and you have to change it to publicly accessible, and you also have an option of changing the port also. But for now, just keep only publicly accessible and let the port number with default number whatever MySQL has. With this, if you click on save changes, you have an option of to apply the changes immediately, which will restart your server. Otherwise, you can wait till the next scheduled maintenance window. But in this scenario, I just wanted to have immediately changes. But here, since there are no modifications done by me, the modified DB instance is disabled. But you are free to go and apply this modified DB instance, which will bring your server down for 5 to 10 minutes. And you can always see the status by going to the databases dashboard, and once the system is available, you are free to use it. Now we have successfully created a database, and we made configurations such a way that it can be accessed publicly by anyone who knows the credentials and the connection details. For this, I will show you what are the connection details. If you click on this database too, it will show you the endpoint name, which is the host name, and port number, and credentials will be whatever you have created using master username. So to connect to this database, I will go ahead and download a MySQL client application, which is sqletron github.io. From there, you can go and download a sqletron application by clicking on download GUI, and as per your operating system, you can search for the dump and download it. For me, since it's a Windows operating system, I have to download .exe. Once I have downloaded, this is how that application looks. I have to create a connection where by clicking add, here it will ask me what is the database name that you want to keep for your reference. I will just say Easy Bank MySQL database is the connection name that I want to create, and database is MySQL, and host name is the one that you can copy from AWS, which is this endpoint URL. Port name is the default one, and username is the one which I have created, which is admin, and password whatever I have created. Once you enter the credentials, click on test. If the database is open to public and the credentials, everything is correct, it will show you successfully connected. Post that, you can save this connection. Now I will try to connect to that database here, and you can see right now this is a brand new database and we don't have any details inside it. With this, we successfully created a database in the cloud and connected through sample MySQL client application, which is SQLectron. In the next few videos, we'll connect this database to our Spring Boot application. Along with that, we also create tables, user details in this database. Thank you and see you in the next video. Bye.